Hello and welcome to Win the Game. I am Udoka, Njoku. Well, we saw what was happening now, and we would say, may the soul of Chizi Wigwe continue to rest in peace. As always, we kick off the show with our top 5 story. Let's start off with the world of boxing, as it has to do with the heavyweight battle between Anthony Joshua and Francis Ngannou. Now, Joshua has vowed to make a statement and deliver a knockout victory over Francis Ngannou in Friday's crossover super fight in Saudi Arabia. Now, Joshua is currently on a 3-fight winning streak and building back towards being in world title contention, most recently dispatching Otto Wallin in a dominant 5-round win in December. Anthony Joshua is expecting a different test against Ngannou in their non-title contest, having seen mixed martial arts star push Tyson Fury close in his professional boxing debut last October, although he is relishing the opportunity to impress again.
This is the thing, so I'm quite optimistic and I'm like, brilliant, I want that. So I've got someone in front of me who thinks they can knock me out, but let's see how good they really are. And let's see how good they are, because I'm going to be right in front of them, making it difficult as hell for them to achieve their goal. So let's see how much they really want it. And March the 8th, it's going to go down, so I can't wait for the opportunity to present my skills and combat this person that thinks they can knock me out. Yeah, I believe I can knock him out, definitely.
You want to knock him out and make a statement here?
Yeah, I would love to. I'd love to knock him out and make a statement.
I'd love to knock him out and make a statement. And some Anthony Joshua fans are not so optimistic that AJ can win that battle against Francis Ngannou. But of course, Friday's upon us, and we get to see if AJ has what it takes to beat the Cameroonian fighter. Talking about Francis Ngannou. From there, let's go straight to the world of football, as Ghana Premier League winning coach Samuel Boadu is set to take the helm of affairs at Berekum Chelsea after signing a 1-year contract with the club. The experienced tactician, who has previously led Hearts of Oak to a domestic double and won the Ghanaian FA Cup, will bring his extensive knowledge and expertise to the team. Boadu has reportedly put pen to paper on the deal and is expected to be formally introduced ahead of Berekum Chelsea's upcoming match against Accra Lions on Sunday. His appointment comes following the departure of Christopher Enin, who left the club without a permanent coach. Boadu has been keeping busy in recent months, focusing on national assignments and temporarily leading second-tier side Cornerstone Football Club. Now he is ready to return to the top flight and also help guide Berekum Chelsea to success. The club had initially considered Arnold Walker for the role, but Boadu emerged as a frontrunner and has now signed a short-term contract. Now, Berekum Chelsea, and of course, for Boadu, he'll be leading the club, who are currently 6th on the league table, 5 points behind leader Samatex with 15 games to go. So we look forward to seeing how far Berekum Chelsea can survive and finish in a good stead in the Ghana Premier League. So talking about Ghana, let's go straight to the former champions, talking about Mediama. They have signed a cooperation agreement with Dubai-based Al Nasser SC to accelerate the exchange of technical and administrative expertise in a groundbreaking move by the Ghana champions. The agreement was signed in the presence of Al Nasser chairman Abdullah bin Tok and the Mediama president Moses Amar. The agreement was signed at the Al Maktoum Stadium on the sidelines of Mediama's trip to Algiers for their final CAF Champions League match against CR Belouizdad. The 2023-2024 CAF Champions League campaigners become the first Ghanaian club in recent memory to officially establish relations with an Emirati club. The cooperation agreement with the Arab club includes technical and sports cooperation aimed at expanding the international scope and opening more global opportunities for mutual benefit. The two parties have formalized the deal, with Mediama president Moses Amar signing on behalf of the Ghanaian Giants, while the Al Nasser chairman signed on behalf of the Emirati side, with top officials of both clubs serving as witnesses. Now, Mediama hosted a 1-day training camp at the Al Nasser facility on Wednesday, the 28th of February, before the team's departure to Algeria for the final CAF Champions League game against CR Belouizdad. From Ghana, let's head straight to South Africa and talk about the World Anti-Doping Agency, WADA. On Monday, they said it has suspended Africa's only accredited drug testing laboratory due to multiple non-conformities with international standards. In a statement, WADA said it had suspended the accreditation of the South African Doping Control Laboratory in Bloemfontein for up to 6 months. Now, the lab had already seen some restrictions imposed in September last year, while other anti-doping activities were allowed to continue. However, WADA said experts had advised the agency to suspend the facility's accreditation due to multiple non-conformities with the international standard for laboratories. WADA said the Bloemfontein laboratory had accepted the suspension, which took effect on the 1st of March. And from there, let's talk about Britain, who are hoping to run to host the 2029 World Athletics Championships. And this was reported by UK Athletics Chief Executive Jack Buckner on Monday. Now, London staged the event in 2017, while Glasgow hosted the World Indoor Championships last weekend. And London is expected to be the preferred venue. Now, after 3 thrilling days of competition, the curtain came down on the 19th edition of the World Athletics Indoor Championships in Glasgow on Sunday. Over 650 athletes from more than 130 countries fought hard to claim the 26th World Indoor Championship titles, with the USA topping the table with an impressive 20 medals and 2 new world records set. With 20 reigning world champions and 7 gold medalists from the Tokyo Olympics, the caliber of competition lived up to the hype for the 22,000 spectators who attended across 6 action-packed sessions. Now, West Ham's 60,000 capacity London Stadium hosted the 2017 event and the 2012 Olympics. We would see in coming days if Britain will be awarded that opportunity to host the World Championships. And that's wrapping our top 5 stories. Let's go on a break. When we return, the show continues. Thanks for staying with us. It is still in the game on News Central TV. I am Udoka Njoku. You can reach us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel at News Central TV. Now let's go straight to UEFA Champions League, as we expect interesting games later today. But of course, UEFA has announced a new format for the competition, which will kick off in the 2024-2025 season. Now, we're looking at the new format from UEFA, announcing the new Champions League format, and the football governing body. Now, you're wondering how the 4 extra Champions League group stage spots will be allocated. Now, a bit of breakdown in that one. Now, qualification for the Champions League will continue to be open, and it will depend on the club's final position in the previous season's domestic league competition, combined with each association's position in the association club coefficient ranking. Now, the basis of the access list will remain the same as for the current season, and the additional 4 slots available in 2024-2025 will be allocated, with slot 1, the place will go to the club ranked 3rd in the championship of the association, in 5th position in the access list, which is determined by the UEFA Association Club Coefficient Ranking. Now, slot 2, the place will be awarded to a domestic champion by extending from 4 to 5 the number of clubs qualifying via the Champions Path of the competition's qualifying process, which will consist of 4 qualifying rounds. Now, slots 3 and 4, these places will go to the associations with the best collective performance by their clubs in the previous season. Now, that is the association club coefficient of the previous season, which is based on the total number of points obtained by each club from an association divided by the number of participating clubs from that association. Now, those 2 associations will each earn 1 automatic place in the league phase for the club ranked next best in the domestic league, behind those clubs that have already qualified directly for the league phase. Now, it means that more football will be played in the 2024-2025 season. And from the get-go of the tournament, it also means that we're going to see top clashes in that one. We don't have to wait until the second round or the quarterfinal stages before we get to see top teams playing against each other. From the get-go, we would see top teams playing against themselves in the UEFA Champions League. And also, it also looks like a proper league where you would accumulate points, and the top 8 will get to qualify for the next stage of the tournament. And the bottom place teams will definitely be disqualified, not relegated, but disqualified from the championship. So we'll look forward to more updates coming from FIFA. I will surely be here to let you know as we break it down further. Now, from there, still talking about club activities now, let's look at those games that we played in the UEFA Champions League later today. And I'm sure we're expecting loads of interesting fixtures right there in the UEFA Champions League. 2 games to be precise. Bayern Munich will be playing against Lazio, and Real Sociedad will be hoping to turn things around against Paris Saint-Germain. So look forward to those interesting games. And for Bayern, yes, the team is actually struggling at the moment. And for Thomas Tuchel, a lot of fingers being pointed at Bayern Munich, saying that this man, Thomas Tuchel, should leave the club. But he's still standing tall, and he still remains the manager of Bayern Munich. Let's hear from Thomas Tuchel.
For me personally, I am a very bad loser and a very it's very hard for me to deal with it. For me personally, with losses and not winning, because and not having the influence that I demand and not having the impact that I demand from myself. But everything is a lesson. As a coach, everything is a lesson, even if it's at the moment, and like you say, over the last weeks, also for me difficult to look at the bright side of this job. But still, it's important to accept the challenge. It's important to stay positive. It's important to accept the learning behind it.
Lazio defeated Bayern in the first leg of that encounter by a goal to nil. So Bayern have a lot on their hands as they hope to turn things around right there at the Allianz Arena in front of home fans. And for Harry Kane, he's also itching to go and score goals against the Italian side, Lazio. While the other game, Paris Saint-Germain against Spanish side, Real Sociedad, it's also a game to look forward to because loads of fans over there in France are not sure if Kylian Mbappe will get to play in that game. Yes, he did train with the team, but for the manager, he is not even speaking if Kylian Mbappe will get to feature or not. Remember the last time PSG played against Monaco, Kylian Mbappe was substituted, and we saw his action afterwards, where at the end of the day, he actually went into the stands to watch the remainder of the game with his mom. So we're not sure if Kylian Mbappe will get to feature against Real Sociedad or not. All right, from the UEFA Champions League, let's talk about Egypt Premier League. We'll look at the games that will feature later today as El Ghai should be in action. They'll be taking on El Dakhlia as Al Masri will be at home as they welcome Smohar SC. In the Morocco Top Flight League, talking about the Botola Pro, we would see Renaissance Club taking on Wydad Casablanca. And in the Algerian Club, it is just Algerian Cup. It is just one game, GS Kabylie versus CR Belouizdad. Now, looking at the games that were played in the Nigeria Premier Football League, 3 games played yesterday. Doma United and Sporting Lagos settled for a goalless draw, while Enyimba were hoping to get a result against Aqua United. And yes, they did get that result, but of course, it was a loss for Enyimba against Aqua United. A sad loss for Enyimba, losing to Aqua United right there at the Nest of Champions. They won that game 3-1. And Kano Pillars lost at home to Abia Warriors. Kano Pillars really not consistent this season in the Nigeria Premier Football League. Now let's take a look at the teams that we have, talking about the top 6 teams in the Nigeria Premier Football League. And we know that Enyimba are currently in the 5th position with 39 points. And Lobby Stars still top with 42 points, 1 point ahead of second place Plateau United, who have 41 points. And after 23 games, Enugu Rangers, with the CEO who featured in that game, of course, they went on to win by 3-0. They are on 40 points, third position. Remo Stars are on 39 points. And for Remo Stars, they said, rather, the team management wants to win the Nigeria Premier Football League, but we'll see how that will turn out for Remo Stars because it is a battle royale for these teams in the MPFL. And later today, we would see Gombe United taking on Shooting Stars. That's the only match that will go down in the MPFL. Gombe United hoping to shoot down the Stars in front of home fans. All right, from Nigeria, let's go straight to Ghana, talking about the Ghana Premier League. For Samatex, it was a sad loss for the team that has been on an impressive run so far in the Ghana Premier League. Right, for Samatex, they lost that game to Nations FC by a 1-0. And Real Tamale and Bofuaku Tano played out a 1-0 draw. That was in the Ghana Premier League. From Ghana, let's talk about what's happening in the South Africa PSL. Looking at the games to go down later today, 3 games to be precise. We would see Amazulu taking on Morocco Swallows. There is Cape Town versus Stellenbosch. And of course, the Kaiser Chiefs will be at home as they welcome Lamontville Golden Arrows. From the South Africa PSL, let's go straight to the English Premier League, where Arsenal fans were all but happy because all through yesterday, something was trending all over social media saying, pray for Sheffield.
Yeah, we don't know. Obviously, the fact that we are scoring that many goals and not conceding is a great sign, but it's about winning every game now, and that's the demands that those two clubs have put over the last 6 or 7 years, and that's the task ahead of us.
We thought we had a blueprint to a good performance in terms of when we played Liverpool at home. Went 4-5-1 and had a threat on the counter with McAtee and Cameron Archer at the time as well. So thought that was the best way forward. 5-4-1, 4-5-1, but elementary defensive mistakes. Really disappointing ones really because. You prep and you talk about it, and you talk about their quick play around the box and the 5 at the top of the pitch, and they're outstanding. And when they get playing like that, they do that to better teams than us as well. But we made it easy. You look at some of the goals. One's an own goal. Too easy getting round the back a couple of times.
An easy win for Arsenal right there, defeating Sheffield United by 6-0. And with that one, Arsenal also remains third on the EPL table, while Sheffield United are rooted bottom of the EPL, and it looks like relegation is knocking on the Blades' door. Now, from there, let's go straight to the Spanish La Liga. It was just one game played yesterday. Osasuna, great win for Osasuna, defeating Deportivo Alaves in the Spanish La Liga by 1-0. From there, let's go straight to Italy. Table toppers Inter were in fine form, but a big win for Inter, defeating Genoa by 2-0, and now they've gone 15 points clear of the Italia Serie A right there at the top. And you know that popular song by the Nigerian musician Ashake? He says it is quite lonely at the top. We're wondering if the likes of Juve, AC Milan can catch up with Inter Milan in this season's Italia Serie A, but it looks like a difficult task for the other teams. All right, let's go straight to the world of basketball, and it's all about records being broken and amazing points being scored in that one. Starting off with the Milwaukee Bucks and talking about Damian Lillard. He was in superb form as he led his team, the Milwaukee Bucks, as he scored. Big win for the Bucks right there. And we didn't get to see the Greek Freak, talking about Giannis Antetokounmpo, feature in that win for the Milwaukee Bucks, beating the Indiana Pacers. There was also a sweet victory for the Los Angeles Lakers, defeating the Oklahoma City Thunder by 116-104. Early this morning in the NBA, the Memphis Grizzlies defeated the Brooklyn Nets 106-102 points. Milwaukee Bucks, we told you earlier, with Damian Lillard scoring 41 points, he led the Bucks to a 113-106 win over the LA Clippers. The Minnesota Timberwolves defeated Portland Trail Blazers 119-114 points. Utah Jazz beat Washington Wizards 128-115 points. It was the Chicago Bulls defeating Sacramento Kings 113-109 points. And the Los Angeles Lakers, with the help of course, another person, Dan King James, talking about LeBron James, he led them to that win over Oklahoma City Thunder 116-104 points. I will look forward to more games that will be played later today. I will bring you those results, of course, right here on the show. And that's our dry wrap on today's show. In the Game on News Central TV. And I hope you enjoyed it. I am Udoka Njoku saying thank you very much for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.